You're live.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Stephanie Stevens Show. Today on my show, right here live on Facebook, I have the incredible Gigi and Dave Stryker, and co-hosting today is Ren. This is our fetish show. Today is about fetishes, our deepest desires, the underworld of fetish. I thought that this would make an interesting conversation for us to reveal some of our desires that we are afraid to talk about. So that's why I asked Gigi and Dave to come on today. I've known Dave for a while, and I know that he's very deeply involved in the community and in this world of fetish, this latex, this leather, and I find that people are interested in this but are scared to venture out. So today I asked them on my show. So how you guys doing, Gigi and Dave?
We're doing okay.
Now, you came dressed appropriately.
We can't yet.
Well, you are beautiful. I must say,
Thank
the makeup
you.
is incredible.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Everything
Thank
is
you.
beautiful. And I'm not
Thank
just
you.
saying that. You know you got it going on.
We tried a little
She's
hard, yeah.
So now, the reason I asked you, I know this is always nerve-wracking to be in front of an audience and to be on TV and to just reveal your deepest desires. Now, you know we all have some sort of fetish or desire, and we're kind of scared to act it out, but yet we act it out behind doors. Gigi, you as a female, well, first of all, let me ask this. I mean, I really want our audience to understand what we're talking about today. How do you guys identify?
Fetish-wise, or like as
As a person, let's say I identify as she, he, they, us.
Queen, I'm queen.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I identify as me.
Okay. Now, the reason I wanted you on the show is because I thought that this is interesting. I see Dave sometimes around town doing this thing, and I see people watching, and I can see them watching him intensely. Not maybe that they're curious, or maybe because they just don't understand, or they just think that he's maybe mentally ill, or he's strange in a way. Gigi, as a woman, how do you see yourself in this world? Do you enjoy this?
I enjoy it because, I mean, I've always been a little bit different, so I think if you can express yourself the way you want to, it's very empowering for like myself or ourselves, along with inspiring to like other people. You know, to be who you want, say what you want, dress how you want, you know.
That's the
where I
thing,
get
is
from it.
everybody has a bit of different inside of them, right? And like, I feel by kind of doing this and putting our different out to the world and not being afraid to show it, it kind of maybe will give other people the idea that yes, you can take your different and show it too. Because it's inside of everybody. Everybody's got their own little personality inside. Everybody's got their stuff that they keep behind closed doors. But people, I mean, it's sad that some people aren't.
Well, some people are scared of it. They're like, ooh.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, oh my god, what did they do?
They're sinister, you know, or it's just like, no,
It's
it's
not
very
sinister.
fun, and it's more like sexual than it is anything.
So, you know, I always thought about that. I like when I used to go to the leather parties or to the All About Sex show. I went there a couple of times. They actually had me perform, and it's strange. I'm very sexual, but I'm not sexual when it comes to the act of acting out sexually.
Now, it's also beyond sexual, and that's what people don't understand. It's a bond that, like, I feel like to the normal person, they're walking down the street, both partners holding hands. That's just how I'm getting that feeling. This is my holding hands.
Oh.
This is our bond.
Okay.
This is me feeling good, and this is her feeling good being in that position that she's in.
Okay.
Right?
So, Gigi, as a woman, how do you enjoy this?
I enjoy it, yeah, of course I enjoy it. I mean, I like, there's different facets of the relationship, you know, there's this. I mean, we still, you know, fight like normal couples, but there's just like a different component. I find it kind of builds a deeper trust because you're not like scared to talk about the taboos and not like necessarily dogging a vanilla lifestyle. Everyone can do and say what they choose or feel. You know what I mean? But like it just, you're open to express yourself sexually, and I think that's creates a stronger bond. You know.
So
Discussing taboo things.
So for me, it's like when I'm dressing up, I feel the part. I feel like I'm sexy, or I feel like I want to have sex because I feel like people will be attracted to me. Now, do you feel that way when you're done up, or are you doing it for?
Well, it's different moods. So like certain clothing will, be for different moods.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's, I don't really know how to answer that. But can I answer that? Like sometimes we're dressed up to be like a kind of bitchy, and then sometimes we're to be like sex vixen or
like walking up to
want to be like
yes, people are gonna look at you and just want to have
or sometimes we're just like
sexy, right?
full rubber and just kind of like just be like dehumanized as well. So there's different options you have for the evening or the daytime if you like, right?
Yeah.
Now, so is this something you do on a regular basis, or is it just something that you two do? The heavier part, the sexual part. Is it something? Do you include other people into your fantasy?
We do professionally too, right? So
okay.
Also, we provide sessions. We provide services professionally, and so we're both in it in that way. So yes, like we.
So you basically are you escorts, or is this just a
professional Bdsm providers?
Oh, okay.
So professional doms.
So how do you say it? Is it Bdsm?
SM, yeah.
Okay, Bdsm. What does it actually stand for?
Bondage, discipline, and sadomasochist.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a lot of people out there, Dave, like I said, I've known you for a long time, and for me, it's interesting to see a good-looking man, your man, Gigi, walking down the street in this leather outfit, and you know that he wouldn't be walking this way if he wasn't gifted in all areas.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Now, are you jealous when you see other women looking at Dave?
No, not at all. I mean, it's, am I jealous? No.
Now, Dave, when you guys invite people over, let's just say in a professional manner, and sometimes they might want a little bit more, because sometimes the way you guys look, say something more than what sometimes your services would actually say. Let's say if you had them on the wall, these are our services, but when people come to see you, they automatically think, what do they think?
They get told right away, pretty much.
We set that straight. We also do a big screening. We do a big before session conversation limits and what we're not going to do. We make that clear, and if somebody oversteps pushing and it gets to the point where we're uncomfortable in any manner, we will stop the session and we will make them go home.
Yeah. Because discuss
that's the
consensualness and
is they're coming for our participation in also our what we do. It's not a right. And it's like we're also accepting that. We're also treating them.
Sorry, guys.
Always necessarily about say money or work or whatever. Yeah.
It's a comfort thing too.
Yeah.
Like if
it has to be a good fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can this is more of a personal question. You don't have to answer it. Have
She
you
wants the nitty-gritty done.
Have you ever felt that the guy or the girl that came through the door was the perfect threesome for you two?
Well, not on my end per se, but
no.
I would rather just go somewhere like on vacation to do that. I really like to mix the whole business and everything.
The whole sexual, intercourse part of it isn't there for me in a session at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the only person I want to have sex with is her. That's it.
Now, Gigi, have you ever felt that you wanted to have sex with another man in the sense of the BDSM?
Certain times it just pissed me off.
Okay.
Of course. I'd like him to watch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now that now that you've gotten the courage to go out like this, when you feel like that what sparks you to say, Dave, I want you to put on your tightest PVC or your leather, and I want us to, let's just say, fuck like buddies.
7 o'clock at night.
Yeah. It's always dress up time and playtime. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's never a particular day, but yeah.
well, you know, as women, we like to dress up and look pretty. Sometimes men, this is for you, Gigi, sometimes men like us to look like whores. Is that okay with you, with the fetish? Let's say if Dave wanted you to look like a whore. And you know, for me, if I was, I don't want to answer it for you. How do you feel if Dave wanted you to dress up like a whore?
Seriously, like a whore. Well, define whore. What is a whore? Like
some people, a whore is a librarian.
yeah.
One looks like a
How do you
librarian.
define whore?
That's the thing is the society has these little categories they put people into, and that goes against like that. It concretes this patriarchy kind of thing where men are like, you either look like this or you look like this, and here's a role. It's like, no, women should be able to walk out the door with what they want to wear without being placed in a category like that, because men don't have to run everything. You know what I mean?
And then really don't, at the end of the day, happy wife, happy life, it goes across the board.
Like,
No matter
I
what
would,
lifestyle.
I would be happy to walk out the door with her in a burlap sack or in a thong bikini, and as long as she's happy and feels good about herself, I'm happy.
Well, you know, the reason I asked that, Gigi, you know how we live in the world of drag, and sometimes transsexuals or people who are cross-dressing, these are heavy fetishes for men, and they really want, even though really they're interested in maybe the male member, they're more interested in you, the person, looking much different than what their wife would look like.
Oh, like pushing the limits kind of, and something like to dress for shock value. I mean, I like to do it to a point. I mean, I just, yeah, I don't really know how to answer the question, actually. If you wanted me to, it'd be open for discussion. I mean, not close to anything, but I like to dress the way I want. And he doesn't really have a say anyway, so it doesn't really make a
In the end,
difference.
she makes the
Right?
decision.
He can want me to wear a burlap sack, and if I don't want to, I'm not going to.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now, have you ever felt, the reason I keep putting the question to you, I'll come to you in a minute, is because I'm trying to make it all connect as far as to, just for us not to just be rambling about our sex. I want it to make sense to people out there talking, listening to us. Have you ever felt like, I just want you, Dave, to be a man, and I need what I need, and you're going to do what I say tonight, the way I want things to go? Because generally men are one way with sex. They get what they get and then they leave. And most of the time, 80 to 90% of women are unsatisfied when a man is really done having sex with them. That, what is it, 5 to 10, 15 minutes maximum? If that.
Well,
if that.
I guess I think start off by saying I am very happy, sexually satisfied. If there was ever something that he hasn't covered, he would cover when I asked him about it. Like, yeah, there's nothing, but that's the thing, there's nothing really like that we don't feel comfortable talking about, you know? So.
Now, have you ever felt that, just thought to yourself, being a woman, I'll come to you in a minute, Dave. Have you ever thought to yourself, is this the right man for me? And am I going too far?
Too far? No, I mean, I think it's a journey. I mean, you just keep growing and developing together and learning new things. But is it going too far? If it's a good fit, hey man, who freaking knows? But just like, you should have fun, you know, be able to laugh at yourself, and you know, just be okay with making mistakes and not being perfect and just trying things, but you know, staying in your bubble and staying in your comfort zone all the time, and you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. So is he have this, or he or she or whatever in a partner? It's just like, oh my God, just go with your gut and just go with your instincts sometimes.
Mhm.
Believe in love, right? Like,
Yeah. Now, a lot of times when we see these kind of things, whether it's the BDSM fetishes, or we see people that have the deeper fetishes, like I know some guys that like to dress up like babies and want to sit in cages, I've heard.
it's a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, these do you guys do this at your service?
I don't like to do that stuff really. That's not my thing.
I mean, the bondage thing, yeah, we.
But not the baby thing and all that stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's
no,
the weirdest thing you guys have
No.
done? What's the weirdest?
The face twitch guy.
That was a little different.
Yeah, so I mean, there's some
What
really,
did you say, the face twitch?
yeah,
Yeah.
I had a guy who was, turned on by this, he saw a Sesame Street, episode of Being a Child.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because that's what homosexuality starts
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, so, I mean, fetishes like they range, and this way I learned it's not just like A, B, or C, it's, they range so far, like I've seen, I usually see the clear cut, like bread and butter, here's the normal brain bondage.
Yeah, but show her the face.
Okay.
Because he does it really good because he has really expressive
So
eyes.
I had to replicate this clown that he saw, and it was a video of the clown putting on his makeup, but in reverse and sped up. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
so I
do it.
had to look at this guy, I had this face twitch thing.
We're gonna speak again very soon.
Yeah, I twitched my eyebrows and my face, and
Like,
he
ooh,
got
ooh,
excited off
Yeah.
this. And it was just that, right? It was like, okay, this is a fetish I've never seen before, but they exist. People have these things from when they were a child that just don't make sense to anybody else, but they're out there.
Now, have you guys ever felt, I mean, as women, Gigi, we know women are under a constant threat from men, in a sense of some way, or either they're trying to pick you up, or they're trying to harm you, or they're trying to do certain things because you won't do what they want you to do. Now, have you ever felt you were in danger? Any real danger? Like, have you ever just felt like, oh my God, I've got to get away from this?
I have been like pretty confident all of my life. I've never really felt in danger per se. It's crazy, but I never really have. I'm always aware of my surroundings. I'm always like, I can read people really easily, so I don't put myself in a position to be able to have those weaknesses exploited or whatever. Like I wouldn't, yeah. Do I ever feel scared? No, I don't feel scared. Never.
Now, have the two of you, this is more of another personal question for the both of you. Have you ever had sex in front of other people in your business, in your profession?
Oh, yeah.
How did it feel?
It's cool, actually.
It's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
See that? Reason's working
Yeah.
out. Now, the reason I ask that is because sometimes, when there's a third person, they always call it the third wheel. And that person, usually somebody always gets left out. Now, I've been in many relationships, and my last relationship, I didn't really want to be in a relationship. I sort of wanted to sort of be friends with benefits, but we had been together, I think, too long for that to happen. So, but I tried to do the threesome thing. That went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
So, and then I tried to do it again to sort of say, we can be together and let's try. Just doesn't work. For me, it didn't work. And I'm kind of glad I'm alone now because I can do what I want. But Dave, now, how do you feel when other men, mainly in your business, they see this attractive woman here and they come to your place and she's got everything going on and plus the fetish. How do you feel when you see other men look at Gigi that way?
Well, I feel pretty good because, like, I know when she walks outside and, like, people look at the comments and stuff like that. People think she's gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. And they should. And she should have that reinforcement. And I don't feel bad. I know she's not out looking for more dick. I have, right? I know that. And I know that, I know that she's faithful. I know that she's trustworthy. And I know that it's not a bad thing. But when clients come over, I will bring them to her, and I'll feel good about it, and I'll know what's going on in that session,
Okay.
and I'll get excited.
So
instead
it's
of-
basically, this is a business for you. And the thing during the day is just really to, when you're walking around, is to promote the business.
Well, we live.
Not
we do
really,
like,
we
it's
live
like a
the
lifestyle,
lifestyle,
right?
right?
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Lifestyle.
live the lifestyle. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we live a lifestyle of this, right? So this is like our connection. We feel the same as a vanilla couple holding hands down the street and the closeness they have, and giving a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that from this.
Well, I can see a connection between the two of you, and that's a good energy. I don't feel that thing where sometimes couples, they have that backup, and and it's usually the sexuality thing that keeps a grip on couples, that makes them, more leery about the other one. And, it's great to see that you guys are in this underground world of fetish. For me, this BDSM is things that people probably should explore a little bit more, because it will make their sex lives more interesting.
Yeah, don't judge it so much. Like, the
Mhm.
It
judging
also
is like-
makes outside of your sex life more solid, and it makes a bigger connection. Like she said, we fight sometimes, we get into arguments and stuff, but
Can I interrupt with something really interesting?
Mhm.
There's a lot of connections in you guys talking. I have autism. And a lot of the things you speak of, this is like us holding hands. This is a different way of doing it. This is how we feel, the textures, the looks, the smells. With autism, I relate to a partner differently. It's not a BDSM way, but I don't like to hold hands, but I would like to hold a leash.
yeah,
I don't like the feeling of sweaty skin, but I do like the feeling of other things. So it could be a way for people to express different things. If you don't want to deal with one thing in your life because there's something about it, there may be another way to express that. And it may not be what everyone wants, but the way you guys express yourself is the way you want to express yourself.
It's
That
a
makes you
different
comfortable.
path to the same route,
Yeah.
to the same end, right? Like, it's basically just a relationship, a bit of a different dynamic, but that dynamic provides us with the ability to feel what they
Feel like everyone else.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's what I relate to.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like everyone else.
Mhm. Well, this is, for me, I've always, and being part of the LGBTQ Two-Spirit program community, which includes us all in a sense, because a lot of times people suppress their sexual desires. And I'm sure you guys see that when you come there. They're probably nervous, mainly because they don't know what they're walking into and and they haven't really explained what they really want to happen. Because a lot of times people will say one thing, but they need another.
Well, that's the screening process. We have a way of having a long conversation and kind of getting a little bit deeper than they were at first comfortable with going with the words, but that has to happen because we're going into a situation where they're walking into this is the thing, they're walking into a situation that could potentially cause them trauma, right? So you have to get to the bottom of it. You have to know everything. So you have to learn to pull that out of people before walking in. That's a must, right?
So would you say that your clients are 80, 90% satisfied when they leave the services that you two provide?
Well, yeah, of course, for
I'd say
sure. I
even
mean, there's
more.
also like a vanilla business side component. I mean, but it's not just only like BDSM working stuff. It's the other stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, satisfied. Yeah, customer service is number one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, which
So-
is true. The customer's
Yeah,
always right.
regardless, across the board, whether you're vanilla, you're selling ice cream, customer service is 101. Even in translates into lifestyle, right? Because you want people to be happy. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I mean, because a lot of times people are selfish.
Yeah, well, if you care about your clients, you care about,
Mhm.
your
Well, that's-
brand, you want to make sure people are
That's the
happy.
whole finding out about it, everything that's going on in their mind about calling you before you. It's not like where somebody goes, "You're available now? Yeah, come over." That doesn't happen. You have to be willing to get on the phone. You have to be willing to tell us everything, right? So
Now, not to cut you out there, Gigi, I want to just, for you, this question's for you. And now, I'm sure how does your family feel, your mom? Because your mothers are something else sometimes.
Oh, she's not very receptive, and I find that as she's gotten, older, she's gotten really a lot more opinionated and said a lot of things. End of the day, I don't really speak to my family. It's not because of this, but I mean, yeah, one day I would like to just go in and just be me and accept it the way it is.
What about you, Dave? How does your family feel? I mean, I'm sure if I mean, I don't know, are you from Toronto?
no, I came from Newmarket.
Okay, so does your family know you do this?
Yeah, actually, I haven't spoken for over 5 years because of this, so it's literally destroyed my connection with all my family. I don't speak to people, not one.
Okay, now we're at a certain age in our lives, all of us, and maybe we have desires that we have now decided that we're going to feel comfortable with. We can do this. We can act this out without really feeling like it's traumatizing us or it's going to harm us anyway. It's just what it is. Now, have you ever felt that I need to stop this?
There's times when I've gotten a little uncomfortable with, but it's a lot of my head. I deal with like depression and PTSD, so I mean, little things could trigger me off, and when I feel that I'm ever in a place that I'm uncomfortable or whatever, I listen to myself and I give myself a break. I've learned as I've gotten older to go easier on myself as opposed to, you can do it, just push through it. No, it's okay to be weak. You need a minute, take a minute. You need a day, you need to just, maybe
Amen.
do you, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's great. That's great that you say that. It takes a lot. Let me tell you something, Gigi. In this life, I have been beat up a lot in this community, in our community, in the general. But I didn't let that stop me. I kept knowing, for some reason, something kept saying, keep moving. And my mother used to tell me that, and now my agent, she tells me this all the time. Don't look back there.
Yeah,
That
there's
hurts
no
you
future
back
in the
there.
history.
You look what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And you keep moving forward. And I thought to myself, she's right. And now that I've done that, I feel like all this stuff is off of me. And I keep looking forward, and having a great support system around you is key. And the fact that you have Dave in this world that sometimes people might not understand is a good thing. Because, coming from a Christian background, if my parents were alive, I miss you, Mom and Dad, they were amazing to me when I was a child. I'm just being honest. They never beat me up or never did anything to me. They took very good care of me, and till this day, they still are taking care of me. You know what I mean? But at the end, you really need to have a support system and people that understand what this is all about. And we, as a society, need to stop closing this in. It's almost like it's a form of we don't see it. Don't see, don't tell. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Don't ask, not tell.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that the two of you were able to talk about this. I mean, it's hard to talk about your fantasies and what you like in bed and that you've been with other people, because people have a perception that they think that they're all Christians. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these people that are laying out there in their beds and having these hookups on these hookup
It's
apps.
delusional. I mean, let's be honest.
And if you're a Christian, the first rule, love everyone, judge no one. That's the first rule people need to understand.
God doesn't have hate. Like, people have to think like, oh, it's against God's whatever. Like, that's not my
There's
God.
an
My
old
God
saying,
loves everybody, inclusive to
God
everyone.
created everything on this earth,
And
and only
is the
man
same.
thinks he can judge what God created.
Now, I'm glad you guys came on to talk about this. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I just want to say thank you, Gigi. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Can I ask a question before you sign off? I want to ask a question. In the world of BDSM, I know in every world there's a form of discrimination / racism. So let's use it in the sense of, do you have to deal with people who go, I'm a better BDSM person than you are? like in that world of BDSM lifestyle, the true
Well,
lifestyle.
since we're the best. No, we don't get that. We get
But do you find if I showed up to a BDSM party in a dress-up version of leather, I may be all wanting to go for it, but they
Yes.
discriminate.
In the gay community, I noticed, right? I spent a lot of time in the village. In the gay community, with the old guard leather people,
Mhm.
they are very discriminatory against somebody who may want to wear a corset, who may want to wear high heels with their leather.
A male that may
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to do
yeah. So the whole.
So there's still a masculinity
Yeah, yeah.
issue.
There is a masculinity issue, and even in our village, I've seen it. And that's mainly with the international Mr. Leather guys and stuff like that, and those masculine guys. As soon as somebody wants to be a little bit feminine, they're not quite accepted. Also, there's like a thing between the fetish, the dominatrix and dom thing, who provide real-time sessions compared to FinDom. The FinDoms are kind of looked back down upon, and it's like.
So everyone feels that there's a hierarchy of what world you're in, what you perform, what you do, whether it's a puppy play, there's the higher end puppy play, the less end puppy play.
Yeah,
there's the high end dominatrix. No matter how you feel as a dominatrix,
I mean,
you
I
may
got
look
my
down
own
upon
judgments.
each
I
other.
don't really voice her when I see somebody in fetish
You
gear.
just
It's
do
like
you at
kinda-
the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know?
just do
Big
you.
time, part time, small time, just
But
do
you
you
find
as
there
long
is
as you're
that-
happy.
that
There is
form of
that, yeah,
discrimination.
I've definitely
I
seen
think
that.
that's across in like any business or any like lifestyle, you know, your neighbors doing the same shit to you too,
Well,
right?
see, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
see is that
yeah.
no matter what you do,
Mhm.
no matter where you are in this world, someone's going to think they're better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So do you. You're right, just do
Yeah,
you.
just do
And
it exactly how you want to enjoy it because it's your enjoyment.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
just a couple more questions, and then we'll close it out. Have you ever, now, you know, it's today with the Black Lives Matters thing, and the coronavirus thing that we're dealing with, all of this stuff. Just the first question is this: do you think the coronavirus is as serious as they make it out to be, and how does it pertain to your business?
Well, it's definitely affecting the screen.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Screening, okay.
and wanting to, getting it's a little more like.
so you are being cautious towards it.
Yeah, and we make sure people have taken the steps and wear masks.
Taking care of
Use-
yourselves.
Yeah, we're not getting as close to people and,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so we're all trying to be safe, sanitizing, wearing masks, and we're just sort of promoting and helping push the safety rule for everybody,
Yeah.
just to make sure we're all okay. Now, that's a good thing. Even with me doing my shows, I try to stay on track in some sense, which when trying to do all of this and remember a mask, even when you get on the subway with your groceries, is a tough thing. And trying to pull out your pistol card, put your mask on,
Yeah.
grab your groceries.
That's the most thing I hate is like, oh shit, got my keys, a cell phone, and like freaking mask, right? You know,
And
all the way
lipstick.
back.
The mask.
Oh, lipstick, yeah.
Lipstick sales are down.
Now, in closing, now I want to ask this question because I know that a lot of the let's just say, the people of color that come to two attractive white people, let's just say in general, have you ever felt, or have you ever felt the racism thing is, because you know,
Some
sometimes.
people even just play into that, right? I mean, they're coming for that.
They
Oh,
do
okay.
the race play?
That's,
Do you find there's a thing with race
Oh,
play?
yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very hush-hush.
Oh,
I've
totally.
seen it discreetly mentioned here and there, and people seem very, like they don't want to say it publicly, but it seems to be more people than who admits.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah,
It's a huge thing,
definitely.
yeah.
It's-
Well, you know, I try to do it with talking to black women because I find that that is the core. I already know that black men try to sort of do something.
Mhm.
But I know black women keep this bottled up inside of them because they run under that umbrella of Christianity or I'm just too good for that. But at the end of the day, we watch these amateur videos on YouTube and we watch all these people on these hookup sites doing kind of strange things. And we know that, like he said, they're average housewives and school teachers and librarians. And it's just strange that this is still taboo today?
What's your perception too? And I think a lot of it's like it's fear mongering also with the media. I mean, they kind of like force it to be a certain way. But I mean, I think this depends what filter you're looking at the world through. You know what I mean? If you're looking for that hate, or it's a very sensitive topic, but you know what I mean? If you want to play, and I'm not trying to use color, but like play a victim role of any kind, then you know that, I mean, that's up to you. But as far as to answer the question from a Black woman's point of view, I couldn't do that, right? I only know my perspective.
Okay.
But
I do like that you say can play a victim, because in your
a lot
world,
of people do.
the
they
victim
really
is
do.
actually called a sub, right?
Yeah.
It's a completely different thing, and
Yeah.
you're technically not victimized because you're giving your permission.
Yeah.
So you can play a role that you might like, but it's okay because you're giving your permission to play that role.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
It's a story
it's
that
a
you're
world.
attaching to that
Yes,
role,
it's a
like,
world you can live in.
Yeah.
I want to say properly,
Mhm.
where emotionally you're.
Consensually.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the way.
yeah,
Consensual.
consent, that's the key, that word right there, as long as that's in it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this in closing. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Stephanie Stevens show. Um, Today I had Gigi and Dave Stryker on, and Renee. We're talking about the underworld of sexual desires of the BDSM world. Sometimes we suppress our desires because of our religion, or just the fact of family, friends, or job. And Gigi and Dave came on to just give us a little bit of to explore the world of BDSM. And I'm glad that we had it on. We had a great conversation with Gigi from a woman's point of view, because a lot of women that watch this will feel that they didn't want to hear from Dave. They would rather hear from another woman and how she felt when she's in this world that can be sometimes concerning for women, and for trans women as well, and people of color, and for Dave to come out and just to say, to talk about how even in the gay community still discriminates against men who just feels like they just want to be themselves, wear corsets or wear high heel shoes, or just maybe sometimes be a little bit too excited to just be who they are. Now, I want to say thank you guys so much. In closing, Gigi, what would you tell women that want to explore this world? I mean, mainly if you have a partner like Dave that's very supportive, what would you want to tell women about this? Because I want them to understand that you're doing this because you're comfortable with Dave and it's safe.
Mm-hmm. So like more or less the women that are kind of like scared to bring it up to their boyfriends or their husbands or whatever, do the role play on your husband or your boyfriend. I had a lady's mind, she's like, oh, I want to do this and that. I'm like, okay, well then show him, do the role that the scene that you want to see. Make him, because, oh, I'm sorry, he like rolls over and go to bed. No, he's not allowed to do that. Sit on the ground, say you're sorry, and now go look in the corner. Show him. You can only express yourself. To have all those like sexual feelings just harbored inside and festering away, and you're just so horny and you can't sleep. It's awful. Show him. Like, do this, do that. Now it's your turn. I don't want you to do that tomorrow. You've got to make your man understand. It's your sexuality. It's your liberation. I think it was women, we've been repressed for so long. Oh, we shouldn't wear this, or we shouldn't talk like that, or your lipstick's too red. It's 2020. Let's just like move on with it already, But a closed mouth doesn't get fed. End of the day. Speak up.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
My mother used to always tell me, because when we used to go to the store, my brother and sister would always grab everything off the counter, and I would be just standing there looking at something, and she'd be like, listen, the cart is full. You have nothing in the cart. If you don't start speaking up and putting what you want in the cart, you're going to get nothing.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to tell you more than once. You go get what you want, put it in the cart, I'll either say yes or no. So learn to speak. Now, Dave, for you, it's great that you're supportive of Gigi. I commend you for that, because a lot of men will just look at it as though it's just sex, and that she's my woman, she will do what I want her to do, and all these kind of things. And for you to be open to her ideas about how this should go, how the business should go, and to talk constantly, because communication is the key, and I'm sure it really has to be the key with this kind of a
Yeah.
world, because it can be kind of concerning at times, more for you, Gigi, than it would be for Dave. Now, Dave, what do you say to men out there that might look at you and say, oh, he's a fag, or he's mentally ill, or he's crazy? What would you say to people out there, men out there that look at you like that?
I say
I mean, I'm sure you've had that.
Oh, I get a lot.
Constantly.
Oh,
I never
constantly.
the association with latex and being gay.
I walk
Sorry,
outside,
I don't
I get called a faggot every day.
Mhm.
And I don't care because I know exactly where it's coming from. It's not coming from a place of, oh my God, what is faggot? It's coming from a place of, this is threatening to me because I have maybe a similar, maybe even a different need or fantasy inside me that I am too afraid to fulfill. It's like, whatever you want, just do it. You might get criticized a little bit, but what the fuck, right? I mean, look what I have beside me.
And let's
You know,
face
it's
it,
beautiful.
people are jealous you're living your best life the way
Yeah,
you want to
I'm
live
living
it,
my
and they
dream.
want to
I don't-
ruin that for
Yeah.
you.
Wish they could do the same.
That's all it is.
This is my fantasy, and I have it. I have my fantasy. My ultimate fantasy is sitting right beside me.
Well, you know what? I just want to say thank you guys for coming on the show today. You shared a lot with us, and we've learned a lot. And I'm glad I got to know you a little bit better, Dave. Over the years, you've been very supportive of me to get this going. And Gigi, it's nice meeting something. You're beautiful, and the makeup is impeccable. And I'm so jealous because, well, you know.
I'll do it for you anytime.
Okay.
She looks
and-
just like me, twin sisters.
Oh. And so thank you guys so much for being on the show today. Thank everybody out there
Thank you.
for watching the show today. Be sure to share the video, and we will chat soon. Thank you guys for being on the Stephanie Stevens Show. Over and out, everybody.
Bye.
Gigi
Thank
and
you.
Dave.
Bye.
Bye.